propagation field.
What does that mean, Denny? Propagation field.
The species to harvest it because this is the Michigan ecotype.
Okay.
South low.
So they'll be using this field for seed for other.
Other projects on the park.
Okay.
So, this is Big Blue, and I think they have Indian grass right next to here. This one's Indian grass. This one's Big Blue, kind of turkey foot resembles.
I sold it, but I'm
not sure what it is.
We don't plant this. So.
Yeah, so this is Indian grass here. It's a little fluffier.
So Greg may already know this, but
so what you're looking at right here is that is a 2-acre strip of Big Blue that we use to collect seed off of. This is a 2-acre strip of Indian grass that we collected seed off of. These were this was both burned this spring, and they sprayed it to try and keep the weeds out of it, so we could collect seed. So this strip here and this field here that wraps around behind the woods was planted in like the 3rd week in June. So if you look, here's the prairie grass there and there and here and here's a whole bunch of it. So it's coming. Here's another one. There's some Indian grass under there. You can see this had plateau put on it, so you're seeing only the plateau tolerant weeds, things like mare's tail, and apparently this ragweed doesn't seem to mind it. This stuff here is very plateau, Roundup tolerant. So this mare's tail, but it's hurt by the plateau because normally it would be 4 or 5 feet tall. There's some more of it there, so you'll see that out in there. But there's a lot of, you start looking, there's a lot of grass. So I'm for planting it in the middle of the summer, it's good. When we first came around the corner of that first field there, you can see this Big Blue and Indian grass in there. It's kind of that's what a first-year planting should look like. This year, that was planted. Last year, it got absolutely no spray. So, and we didn't have the ability to mow it multiple times. So that field will look much like this next year.
It's mare's tail, and that's not always a bad thing with native planting.
Yeah,
it'll eventually drop out of the planting.
Yeah, it'll eventually drop out. If we have thistle, if we have a lot of Canada thistle, and you spray it with transline or milestone, the mare's tail all goes away at that point too. So, but we've moved hens, nesting hens out of here this spring. So they like this grass. Personally, I like a mixture that has more Indian grass in it because it's not quite as tall as the Big Blue stem. You can see your dog in it better. We've tried to put a lot of Little Blue in the mix down here. So these were collected from Lenawee County remnants near Tecumseh, and so it's better adapted to these heavier soils here. It's hard. Little Blue stem doesn't really like these clay soils unless you get a variety that's actually adapted to it. So so as far as you can see here, this will all be planted. On the other side of the trees, that was planted again this spring. That was planted with about 30 different wildflowers, and so that got no plateau. So that looks a little weedier, but you can't spray plateau because it'll kill your flowers. So there's a little bit of oxeye daisy in here, a little bit of Canada thistle, but not anything that is going to be really problematic looking at this. So this was a field that was brush. We took it from brush. It was farmed for 2 years, and then we planted it. So I guess we'll go to around the Hughes Highway, where Hughes Highway goes straight. We'll go straight. We'll go to the turnaround. We'll come back and stop, and we can take a look at those plantings there.